everyone, Wizarding Journey here, and finally, I'm back to finish this series, I guess. After 1.5 years of not posting, I decided, it's time for me to finish this cosplay and upload more cosplay videos this year. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, this is the tutorial on how to do Marnie's jacket. So first I laid out all the patterns that I created. I did trace over a pre-existing jacket that I had. 2 arms that you have to cut out that are on the fold. You have 2 of the little long pocket things, 4 of the little ribbon holder things, 4 of the gray little ribbons, 4 of the front scalloped edge pieces, 1 of the top back piece, 2 of the collar back pieces, 2 of the large front panels, 2 of the smaller front panels, 2 of the underarm back panels, and then 2 of the middle back panels. And for any of the ones that say 2, you want to have them facing opposite sides, so having this right sides together or wrong sides together when cutting it out. And with the pieces where you need 4, you need 2 of the same of each. But anyways, let's get into the sewing part. So for the sewing part, I sewed the both back middle panels, and then I attached the back underarm panels to those panels, as you guys can see in the little sketch. I don't know what part of me sewing is where, so that's why I'm kind of explaining it with these diagrams. But then with the back underarm panel and the front underarm panel, I sewed those together, and then I sewed the front underarm panel to the front panel together, and that's on both sides. And then in the end, you sew together 2 sides of the front scalloped edge, and then you sew those 2 onto the front panel. Next part then would be adding the back panel to the back. Back middle piece panel did not go all the way up to your back, so this little piece is there to cover that back and then to create the loopholes for your arms. So you want to sew the top back panel to the middle back panels, and then the top of the top back panel in between the little head hole, you want to sew those to the front panel. And then once that is done, you can also sew at this point the little like fake pockets. If you want to make them real pockets, you can. I decided I was lazy and did not want to sew them on or make them actual pockets. Kind of regretted it afterwards because I did not have any pockets and I had to carry a bag with me, but that's alright, we can always change it later, I mean. But yeah, for the last step, you want to get the collar and sew 2 of them together, and then you want to sew collar to the little front piece with the scalloped edges, and then the little bigger rounded part to the back, top back panel. And then next I actually 3D printed these little discs. I believe they were like mini golf discs, and I just resized them and make them really small, and I sanded them down, and then I painted them in the gray and then later with a silver paint on top. So yeah, I'll have all the files for the 3D printed files down below if you need those. You also can at this point sew together 2 of the black ribbon holders, and then as well as the ribbons itself, sew them together. I actually added a little bit more of a sturdier fabric in between the 2 so that it would keep its shape nicely. You can even use cardboard or anything to stuff it so that it doesn't move, and then you just sew that onto where you put your pockets before. And as well, I did print Marnie's little necklace pendant as well. So I sanded that as well, painted it, and then I had this old choker and I just sewed the little pendant on. And here is me sewing on those little pockets that I was talking about earlier that you can sew on with the sewing machine. I decided to hand sew it. I do not know why I did this, but I must have had a reason, I guess. And here's me attaching the actual ribbon to it, and as you guys can see, it's more sturdy than just having regular fabric. So yeah. And then with some super glue, I actually glued on all of those little discs onto her scallop parts. And I also 3D printed these tiny little diamond shapes and painted those as well, and then added those to one side of the jacket. And the last part was me coloring in the detail here on her sleeve. So yeah, and again, I did this with regular paint and with silver paint. And then here's a quick view of how I did the shoes. I just took some shoes that I had before, cut up some string that was attached to it, and then painted the bottom with acrylic paint, which it didn't last that long, but it did work for wearing it for conventions. And then here is a little bit of me styling Marnie's wig. It's not complete, I lost most of the footage for this, but here is me styling the wig a little bit. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and being so patient with me. Finally, after 1.5 years doing this, like, it's been a while. So yeah, I think I'm going to do more Pecco still. And then after that, I actually do have a lot of footage of me creating Mona's, Mona from Genshin Impact, a cosplay of her. So I could do that if you guys would be interested. I did stream the entire process on Twitch. So yeah, I do stream on Twitch now. Yeah, since like a year. So that's fun. And yeah, if you want to join me, I do have my socials up on my channel page, I believe. Stuff like that, as well as down below in the description. So you can feel free to join me whenever. But anyways, this is where I'm going to call the video. So thank you guys so much for watching and for being so patient, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.